back on the field. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great, actually. I was just thinking about that today. Like, today was probably not our last workout, but kind of there. Like, probably got 1 or 2 more days. But I was just thinking about how confident I feel. Like, even though it's been 2 years, feel like I'm a kid again. Like football season coming up, so I'm honestly ready for camp. I can't wait to get out there, go to work with these guys. Been working all summer, running, lifting, getting in shape. So time to go put it on display.
Is it? I know we talked obviously last year, waiting to see if he could play, and then he couldn't. But is it almost like first day of coming here, getting butterflies again?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, really. I mean, I'm excited just all of this, like just to have this media day here, just to go to media day, like just all the experience, all the build up, basically, and then knowing all the work that I put in, like over these past 2 years, just staying humble, trusting God, really, and just trusting the process. So ultimately leading me back to the field where I love to be, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great year.
Speaking of work, I mean, obviously, you talked about you were around Coach Ward's defense, but just working with the guys from the end of spring ball, obviously a little bit of time off, but like the summer workouts you guys have been doing, working with the guys. How do you feel that just the communication and the chemistry has grown with the defense?
It's grown a lot, tremendously, and then us just as a group, just with the players, like we bonded very quickly. All the transfers, names that you heard of, we put in work this whole offseason until spring ball was over. Until then, we made a challenge to each other that we was gonna push each other to be the best defensive backs we could be. So, been just in the film room, watching film, and just getting extra work in, technique stuff. Just talk about ball, talk about winning outside of the building. Just living that, just being our lifestyle. So it's gonna be great to see how we put it together throughout camp and obviously throughout the season, each Saturday in the stadium. And but I'm very confident with the guys that I have in my room, going to war with those guys when they're in and their number called. I'm cheering on them. Same vice versa with me. When I'm in, they're cheering for me when my number's called. So
training camp right around the corner. What are some of the preparations you're doing individually for yourself to get yourself ready?
Really, I would say I focused on a lot of mobility, a lot of injury prevention stuff. Obviously, being off the field the past 2 years, that makes you hungry to want to stay on. So just working on the little things, like working on my body and me being a more mature guy as far as on the field, just working on little technique stuff, little key indicators, picking up the game a little faster, trying to steal little stuff to get ahead on plays, to be able to put myself in position to make plays, and just really just eliminating false steps, just getting to where I want to go as quick as I can as possible. So just those little things, really.
Now, working on the stuff you are, preseason rankings, lots of who cares, it's preseason rankings, but when you guys are picked by Big 12 media to finish last, I mean, the last 2 seasons may have not gone the way you wanted it to, but I mean, is it extra motivation, chip on the shoulder, or just like, hey, we're going to get to work and who cares about it?
I mean, it just created a fire in this building, really. I mean, ultimately, the guys that we run out the tunnel with are right here in this building. So we know the work we be putting in from spring ball from winter until spring ball, from summer until fall camp, into the season. We laid a foundation and laid a standard, and new guys have been buying into it. Old guys have been keeping the standard and trying to raise that even more, raise the bar higher. So ultimately, of course, it gives us the fuel to our fire, but everybody has a job to do. That's their job to pick and predict, and our job is to go win football games on Saturday. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to take it day by day at camp, and yeah.
Are you stoked about an extra day up at Camp T?
I actually am. It was actually a really cool experience. You don't really get to do things like that in college, like go out, and be with the team and bond outside of the school and the university. So that's like things you do when you're a little kid. So just building a bond, building relationships with these guys, building memories, that goes a long way. From summer workouts when it's hot outside, running next to each other, and on the fall camp and on to those dog fights during the season. So it just brings us closer together.
Bringing you guys closer together, that brotherhood that you guys are establishing with each other, how's that going to translate once you guys get on the field for training camp, when you guys get on the field for the regular season?
Just going through the timeline, like just going through the ups and downs, just being with each other, just being there with each other every day, being there helping each other, supporting each other through those ups and downs, and you know, just like I said, people in this building, like we were picked last and things like that, but we're really a family here. Like it's really a family-knit organization with everything that we do, whether that's on the field, off the field, if it's having fun, and having fun on the field. Like that's Coach Diddy's motto, having fun, working harder than everybody in the country. So we really try to apply that on a day-to-day, but it's ultimately just going to keep us together, keep us a together team, and that's going to help us finish games when you're in those dog fights and things like that, when it gets tough in the fourth quarter, third quarter, just period. And we're going to be able to come together and overcome whatever it needs to be.
The depth in the secondary that you guys have, especially at the safety spot, what are some of your expectations for the group that you guys are working together with?
Coach Ward is a very detail-oriented coach, so I expect us to be a very detail-oriented group. I expect us to, that's our leader, I expect us to follow him. He's on us every day about being the best we can be, being the same guys, elevating our game. So that's what I expect from our group. Everybody in our group is very, they're hungry. They want it. They have the will. They have the determination. And I'm a very determined person myself. So just being in a room with those people just pushes you to be better every day. Just knowing that you got to bring your A game in that group. And we want to be one of the best secondaries in the conference. So just putting in that work and just staying together and putting our heads together, you know, and just attacking that's really the main thing. But the depth it'll definitely help us a lot versus last year. Obviously, I wasn't able to get out there and help guys like Shamari and Mason, guys that came back that played and things like that. So it's definitely gonna help us a lot.
And then it's kind of circling back to Camp T. I mean, you know, it's a place to bond, like you said, with guys who always feel that they're pretty good jokesters and not being on, you know, cell phones as much. I know Coach wants that, but are you pretty good? I want you to give away your secrets, but are you a pretty good prankster and somebody you might think of playing a joke on?
I don't know, but Camp T is, like I said, it's a good experience. It's a lot of funny, memorable moments that go on there between the team, whether it's young guys, old guys. It's just memories that you create. But I'm really excited to go up there because you get to get away from everything, get away from the outside world, the outside noise, and just really lock in the football each and every day. You know, it's nothing but trees and woods around in the football field and the guys that you're there with. So we just use our resources to our advantage, and ultimately it brings us closer.